I was a platoon leader for 10th Mountain Division, deployed in February of '06 in a place called the Korengal Valley. We were clearing the road. I ran over a 7 Italian anti-tank mines dug in the road. Blew me out. I was on fire. Skin was falling off. I really didn't feel I was that bad until the adrenaline, after about 3 hours. Then it kind of hit me that, hey, I'm pretty messed up. Put me in an induced coma. Flat-lined on the way to San Antonio, where they put a adrenaline shot in your chest to kind of bring you back. The driver and I spent the next 2.5 years at Brooke Army Medical Center rehabbing. There were over 30 surgeries. My left torso, or my left side of my body, was the one that was burnt the worst. 47% of my body was burned. They said between 35 and 38% was third degree. Majorly, it was just my arms, my hands were burned really bad, my face, and my torso a little bit. It's a whole other nightmare than of just surviving. It's the second stage of, living and being able to adapt and get back to normalcy is where I think my real struggle was. It humbles you to realize, how long of a road you got ahead of you. You don't know what your future holds, what you're gonna be able to do with your kids, how people are gonna look at you. My hands, with the scar tissue, my fingers were kind of bent up, and my palm was kind of attached over, so I couldn't grab anything. I couldn't pick anything up. I couldn't open anything. Don't understand how much you use your hands until you can't use them. They said, hey, we've got a great hand doctor here that has done hand transplants, really on the front edge of doing hand surgeries and things like that. I was like, I'd love to meet him. Dr. Zari, and the rest is history.
The hand is of paramount importance to what we are as a human being. Virtually every activity of daily living that we enjoy has to do with our hands.
I went in and talked to Dr. Zari, and I told him what I wanted to do. And he said, yeah, we're gonna be able to do that for you. It's gonna work, I promise you. And I was like, to hear him say, you're gonna be able to do this, and I promise you, from a doctor, it meant the world to me. Because really, I'm alive now. It's just the quality of life. I want a better quality of life. I want to be able to do certain things.
The first time I met him is I looked in his face and I shook his hands, and I found that his hands were stuck. He wasn't able to move his hands. He wasn't able to spread his fingers apart. His thumb was stuck in the middle of the air. So he couldn't do the things that he loved because of the way scarring had progressed, despite having had great care in the military.
Doctors already laid out like a couple-step process of, we're gonna do this first, then this is gonna happen, and we're gonna do this, and you'll be able to do this.
His fingers were stuck. That's why we spread his fingers. His thumb was in the middle of the air. We were able to bring it back. The joints that were collapsed, we brought him back to normality so that he can now extend his hands. He can actually grasp things.
He's a perfectionist, so he likes to keep kind of working a little bit, but I can't complain. So I came out here and I didn't know what I was getting into. I loved it because of the family type atmosphere, They really took you in, really made you feel at home, got you, my buddy family, they pick you up, and it's like they just kind of put their arms around you and say, hey, whatever you need. And they kind of took me under their wing with other stuff, It's not even with surgeries or medical stuff, it's life stuff.
So as I've watched Jay, he's become ambitious in seeing that there is a future for him.
Where I'm now, where I'm, playing golf again. Coach t-ball with my daughter and play catch and my son, and being able to do stuff that I used to do. And that just helps you move forward, I think the Army did a great job of keeping me alive, making sure that, I had all my digits, had all my arms, and then kind of Operation Men helped me with that quality of life to where they said, okay, now let's get it to where the quality of life that you want. A lot of nonprofits don't really change lives. This really changes their quality of life, their new normal. Their new normal is a lot better than what it was. And from burns to hands to brain injuries to eyes to whatever. They're changing lives, and I can't thank them enough.